Hi, I'm Matt with Arvada West Decorating and Flooring, and you're on the Arvada Floor Show. Today we're going to demonstrate this new product from Mohawk called DuraCeramic.
Hi, I'm Jeff Scarpella, here to introduce DuraCeramic to you today. Great product if you're looking for an alternative to tile, or even if you're not. Let's think about it. You've got a product that's warmer than the ceramic, easier to clean, has patented technology such as Scotchgard, aluminum oxide, nylon in the wear surface, and an acrylic, and pretty easy to install if you look at doing it yourself. Some of them are available in an 8x8 format, 3 SKUs, and the rest of the line comes in a 16x16, which is 15.5 nominal. To install the DuraCeramic, it's pretty simple. We have an adhesive specially made for the product. As you can see, I've pre-troweled some. The adhesive comes in a blue color. When it dries and it's ready to install, it turns clear. And it's ready to go, and it doesn't transfer to your fingers. It is what we call a pressure-sensitive adhesive. The DuraCeramic can be installed 2 ways, one with a tight edge, tight fit, or you can space it and grout it just like you would a regular ceramic. When we're doing that, we use a pre-mixed acrylic grout, so there's no mixing, no mess. All of these colors are available with the pre-mixed grouts. Very easy to install if you're doing a straight grid. There are lines on the back. You want to maybe alternate each tile if you're doing a straight grid. As you can see, there's a little bit of direction in the product. Lines up very easily. Big difference that you will see with this product versus a ceramic tile is you got to put it where it goes. When it hits this adhesive, it's stuck. Okay, so you don't have the movement that you would have in a normal tile adhesive. So if you're spacing it, we would just use spacers and do the same thing. Put your one product down, put the next one down. But I thought it would be a little creative today and do something a little more interesting. So we're not going to do a straight grid. First thing you would want to do, of course, once you find the center of your room, snap a line, an even line all the way across, and then several grid lines wherever your pattern ends up. So we're going to start out with one of the thin ones, and I'll explain this to you as we go. These are going to stick right in the adhesive and help you as you do your layout. The reason I'm doing the thinner when I'm using the smaller format, I'll explain that to you real briefly. If you're doing a format and you're using the 8x8s in combination with your 16x16s, when they're together, they're exactly the same size. If you're going to put a grout joint in that 8x8, look what happens. You've elongated your installation. So you're going to have to adjust your grout joints accordingly if you're using the 8x8s with your larger formats. And that's really no different than if you were using a regular ceramic tile. Just to explain a little further what I'm talking about is this is exactly how your 8x8s come. They are the same size as your 16x16 tiles. But once you score them and break them apart, then you have your 8-inch format. And I want to be sure you're there before you drop it into the tile. And again, I have pre-cut this tile so we don't have to mess around with the installation, get her done. But as you can see, it goes pretty darn quick. Once you've laid out your room, snapped your lines in your room, and really I would suggest as quick as this adhesive dries and as easy as it is to do your grid, split it in half. Let's start from the center of the room, do half of it, come back, spread the other half and do it. That way you're going to have a lot better chance of keeping everything square with your walls. Okay, we're going to grout this product. We have just installed the DuraCeramic onto our little model here. I've rolled it with a 100-pound roller. And we're going to come back tomorrow. No, we're not going to come back tomorrow and grout it. We're going to do it right now. There's a big advantage to doing ceramic tile versus DuraCeramic. Go pretty quickly. We're going to get our grout out into the joints. We're going to pack them real quick, and then we're going to do one of these, right? We're going to slurp it all over, and then we're going to let it haze over a little bit before we clean it. So one of the main differences working with an acrylic grout is we're going to concentrate more to the joints and try to keep our mess to a minimum. That's going to make cleanup a whole lot easier. Room before we ever start the grouting process. But when we start the grouting process, we're going to get about, you know, usually a wingspan if you're out in this area, maybe 20 square feet or so. And then you're going to want to go back and clean it. That's the other difference between cementitious grouts, where you might do the whole room, and then bucket after bucket after wash after wash after wash. We're not going to do it this time. One of the things you use for your cleanup, and it's very important, so doggone important I forgot to bring it with me today, is a spray bottle, a little spritz bottle, because we want to minimize the moisture that we're putting on the product when we clean it. So by just spritzing, after we let this haze off a little bit, we're going to spritz it with water, and then we're going to start our cleaning.